What's going on, good people? It's your boy Ira Day, and welcome to another episode of Daytime Sports. Amari Cooper, worth the first round pick. By far worth the first round pick. Y'all remember what I said. I was on the fence about the trade. Not really on the fence, but it was kind of bittersweet for me because I was excited that we had got him, but I didn't want to give up that first round pick. Right now, bump that first round pick. We good with the second round and on, because that boy right there is balling. He has, since he came to us, he leading the NFL in receiving yards, 640 receiving yards in 6 games, 6 touchdowns, 40 receptions, averaging 107 yards a game receiving. The man bad. Plain and simple. His route running is so precise. He can take the top off. He can do a dig route. He can do the slant. Whatever you need him to do, he can play in the slot. Whatever you need this man to do, he can do. And Dak is benefiting off of it and playing well, I might add. Even though Sunday he was definitely Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because the first three quarters, he was probably playing one of the worst games of his career. I mean, he was playing horrible. And it's 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. Granted, the first interception wasn't really on. I wouldn't say that was really on him. That was just a good play by the defensive back. He was playing zone defense. He had the tight end, but he was reading Dak and and just, made a good play. Second one, horrible. Michael Gallup was open. Ball sailed on you, but you just overthrew the mess out of him. And then that fumble. We having a lot of issues with these fumbles, Dak. A lot of issues with these fumbles, man. Take the sack, but hold on to the ball. Please hold on to the ball. But the fourth quarter, my gosh. I mean, that's what Dak is, man. It's like, it's hard to be like, oh, we need another quarterback, because he constantly does this. He will make you mad. He will frustrate you. But then when you need him most, he comes through. And that's just facts. If you don't believe me, look it up. 13-9 on game-winning drives. I mean, the man, he pulls it off. And the coaches trust him, and the players trust him because he's a leader. He leads the team. But I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Make no mistake about it. As great as Amari Cooper is, as good as Dak has been playing, benefiting off of Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott is still the engine that runs this team. Because this man right here, man, 40 touches, he hard fought yards, man, 113 yards off of 28 carries, 4 yards a carry, 79 yards receiving, if I'm not mistaken. Man, the man just, he does whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, my man Zeke does what he has to do. Continue to feed him, baby. Continue to feed him, because he leading the league in rushing right now. I mean, Amari Cooper opened up so much for him, because all everybody was doing before we got Amari Cooper was stacking the box. Not to say that Allen Hurns wasn't a good receiver or Michael Gallup and them, but the thing of it is, none of them was number ones. And they put Dak in a real bad situation, thinking that, he can make it happen without no number one receiver, because, of course, y'all know I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. Love Dak, but he's not Drew Brees. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Tom Brady. Those are the only quarterbacks, in my opinion, in the league that can do that. And maybe Phillip Rivers, because Phillip Rivers is a monster too. But those are the only quarterbacks, in my opinion, that can really take a team somewhere without a number one receiver. But Zeke, man, he's just, this 5-game win streak, man. And I'm even starting to see him really become even more and more of a leader, not just by his play, but also vocally. And this, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to see where this thing goes. We got Indianapolis next. It's a tough game because Andrew Luck been balling. The whole team been balling. They got a rookie on there, Darius Leonard, who's a freaking beast, leading the league in tackles. So we're gonna see where this thing goes, man, because I'm on cloud 9 right now. We got one more game to win the division, and then we make it to, and we be in the playoffs, and then once the playoffs start, it's a whole new season. So we'll see what happens, man. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys, baby? Let's go. Next game. Raiders and Steelers. Will the Steelers make the playoffs? Mike, they lost 3 straight. And 3 straight games they should have won. They next 2 games are tough. You talking about the Patriots next, and then the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. And that's not to say like they can't beat them, but them ain't no cakewalk games, I'll tell you that much. And what took Ben Roethlisberger so long to come back out on the field? I wonder, what do y'all think? Do you think that, that was the coach's decision, or if that was just Big Ben? I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of hard for me to believe that a coach, when he know that the playoffs is coming up and you still trying to fight for us. You're leading your division, but the Baltimore Ravens ain't too far behind. It's hard for me to believe that when you as a coach know that you gonna hold your quarterback out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got that C on his jersey. And Ben Roethlisberger history ain't too good when it comes to stuff like that, because it is factual that he's a drama queen. He's definitely dramatic, very much so. And I can see him just sitting there and be like, I ain't ready to go in yet. I ain't ready to go in yet. Now, I'm not saying this is facts. This ain't fact, but this is just my opinion. But I can see him doing it. I ain't ready to go in yet. And then just be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go in now. I can just see him doing it because that just seemed like something he would do because he's a prima donna, in my opinion. And, right now, and of course, Le'Veon Bell not there. Of course, James Conner is hurt. He may be back this week against the Patriots. He should be, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I also want to know what y'all think when it comes to this. Who do y'all think they missing more right now, Bell or Conner? Because Conner was balling, and to take nothing away from him, man, the boy was balling and helping the team. He's still not Le'Veon Bell. Still not him at all. At all. He is not. Say what you want. Now, again, I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's definitely a formidable starter. He's definitely a good running back and can start not only for the Steelers, but a couple of other teams in the NFL. But he still ain't Le'Veon Bell. You still don't put James Conner up there and put him in a conversation with the Todd Gurleys and the Ezekiel Elliott's and the Saquon Barkleys. You don't, even though Saquon a rookie, but he's up there in that conversation. You don't put him in that. You don't put James Conner in that conversation, but you definitely put Le'Veon Bell in that conversation. You definitely do, and that's facts. And the last thing I'm gonna say about that, I hope the Steelers do lose the next two, and I hope the Ravens win out, and I hope the Steelers miss the playoffs, because we trying to catch up and get our 6th Super Bowl too. That's all I got to say about that. Let's go. Last game, Patriots and Dolphins. What a way to lose. I know Bill Belichick. I know he was hot. Because we all know his saying. You always hear it every time the Patriots get talked about, every time they do documentaries or whatever. You always hear the same thing. Do your job. And not only was the job not done, it's also on Bill Belichick, because they was 69 yards away from the end zone. Why is Gronkowski in there over the twin McCourty? Why was he in there over McCourty? Tannehill just came back from an injured shoulder. And even if he was healthy, 100%, he ain't throwing 69 yards. There's only a handful of quarterbacks in the league who going to be able to make that throw and get it to the end zone where you need a Gronk or something like that. And he ain't one of them. So, That's on Bill Belichick on that one as well. That was just overthinking the situation, because Tannehill wasn't throwing those 69 yards. So Gronk should have never been out there. He's sitting there stumbling and can't even run, tripping over himself, and that's one. I mean, clumsy. He's a beast. Don't get me wrong. Gronkowski is a beast. But you talking about somebody that ain't got no type of coordination, no type of control over his body. That is definitely him. Horrible. Even when he having great games and things like this, watch him run. Just watch him run. It ain't pretty. It's effective, but it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at all. But one thing I do like about the way that the Patriots lost is that it just brings even more dramatics to next week's game against the Steelers because of how they lost. The Steelers losing on a missed field goal where a field goal kicker slips and trying to take it into overtime, and then the Patriots losing on like that. Both teams hot, both teams mad. We just gonna see who's more upset, I guess, because it's gonna be a good one next week. It's gonna be a good one, and I am ready for it. I am ready for it. Believe that. But hey, that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all, man. Daytime Sports. Holla at your boy. Again, if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I'll be sure to get back with you. I'm gonna see y'all next week for Daytime Sports.